Hello and welcome to Spirit Forest. We are on our way to Golden, Colorado to ride a steam train. So come join me. The steam train that I'm riding is a 491. And this is Paul over there is a subscriber of mine, and he invited me over to go ride his steam train. He's the engineer over there, so I'm really looking forward to this. And I'll see you guys in a little bit.
We're going through the restoration project of 491. We had an older gentleman show up at the museum here, and he was one of 491's original firemen. And he heard that we were working on 491, and he called his granddaughter up and said, "You're driving me to Golden, I have to see my engine."
Wow, how cool.
And it was so cool to meet this guy. And he told the story that when 491 was getting ready to go out on the line, that all the roundhouse guys would actually get into fist fights over who was going to get to take 491 out, because 491 was their favorite. Engine 346 is the oldest operating engine in Colorado. It served its entire career in Colorado. It ran all over the state, from Gunnison to Leadville to Durango. And then its big famous part was in 1936, while it was leased to the Colorado Southern Railroad. 346 was wrecked on the top of Kenosha Pass. And the story is that it was working as a helper engine to the top of the pass. And when it got to the top of the pass, it was cut off the train. And it headed east down from the top of the pass. And the engineer lost control of the engine. And a mile below the top of Kenosha Pass, it rolled on a tight corner. But it was fortunate that it wasn't hurt very seriously. And 346 was towed back to Denver the next day, and it was rebuilt in the Denver shops and put in back to service.
And then the engineer did not survive that one. What about the fireman?
The fireman did survive the crash, but the engineer did not.
Okay.
Now, one last note on 346. In 1948, it was sold to a lumber company in Dolores, Colorado, where it ran for 2 years. The lumber mill burned down, and 346 was parked in the weeds, and it sat there for 2 years. The founder of the museum, Bob Richardson, knew where it was and knew it was going to be sold to a scrapper, and he ended up buying the engine for $800.
Really?
And he had it towed to Alamosa, and it became part of the museum after that, and that was in 1950.
Wow.
So this is locomotive 191. It is the oldest surviving locomotive in Colorado. It was built in 1880. And as far as we know, it's the only surviving engine from the Denver South Park Pacific Railroad, which ran out of Como and Jefferson and so on. Was built in 1928 by the Denver Rio Grande Railroad in the Denver shops. So it is unique to Colorado. It is Colorado-born. The Rio Grande actually built 10 of these locomotives, and of the 10, 8 of them survive today. They're parked at various places around the state, but that's the only one that runs for now. Durango and Silverton's working on one of their sisters, 93. They'll have it running next year. But ran all through the state, through Salida, Alamosa, down to Durango. Was retired in 1963, and it sat in the Alamosa Roundhouse until 1985, when it was here to the museum. Okay. And then in 2012, we started looking at it as a possible restoration project. And it was owned by the History Colorado, the Historical Society of Colorado. They actually donated it to the museum in 2013. Nice. And in 2014, we put it back into service. It's been running since then.
And she's doing pretty good.
Yes.
And her name was, what did you guys call it?
We call it a nickname. We call it Peaches.
Peaches, that's what it was. Peaches. Why Peaches?
I don't know. It was just something
because she's as sweet as a peach.
Yep.
That's great. That's cool. Okay, thank you.
When we were going through the restoration project, we kept expecting to see, you know, a showstopper.
Yep.
Something that we'd find that would say, no, we're done.
Yeah.
We never did. It was actually stored in very remarkable condition. So.
I truly can't thank Paul enough for this opportunity to finally ride on a steam train this year. He has truly made my year, made a girl's dream come true, and I am so blessed and so happy. And I don't know what it is about trains with me. Maybe it's just that I kind of feel like I'm connected to the 1800s, and I don't know, maybe it could be another connection to my dad as well that I lost when I was 19 years old, and how every time he saw a train, he would park the car, get out of the car, and run over to the train, and he would act like a little boy. So every time I see a train, I think of my dad, and it is just really touching to me to be able to experience this. Everyone at the Colorado Railroad Museum was so nice to me and my family, and I truly appreciate it, and I hope to be there again to ride 346 in the springtime. So Paul, I will see you then. Thank you.